Hey everybody, welcome back to Chad's Trains and Things. I'm back from vacation. It's time to get back to work on the T-Traks and this little switching layout. Only got one of them out because I didn't get a second table out right now. I'll have to. But the final three switches I need have came in. Two lefts and a right. So we'll start getting the rest of the track laid. Anything done, start soldering up and weathering all this track. I'm going to take you along with me as I go. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. Okay, I'm back. I showed this last video, but for these number 4s, quick reminder, you have to move this screw and the far screw over here because they're set on power routing to non-power routing. If you leave them like this, the power only goes for which way you have the switch thrown. So for me on DCC, I want them non-power routing so there's power to all tracks at all time. So, yep, I showed it in the last video, but I just wanted to show it again. So I'll put this screw in this hole and that screw in that hole. So I'm going to get back to work. I'm going to have to drill a hole here because I'm going to have power coming down here for these tracks. So I got to do that, switch these out, and then get that put in. So get back to work on working on this. Okay, quick check-in with an update. The original plan called for this right-hand switch to come in here and hook up. Problem is, because these switches right here is where the, oops, show it, you see it? The switch cord, so you can power and use the remotes on them, go in. This cannot fit in there with a piece of track here. So what I'm having to do is take another one of these short pieces of track, put it in here, and then put the right-hand switch here. Which is fine dandy, but now my track come back here, I'm going to have to make sure and make it all work, so that could be fun. Making sure I got the right pieces, which hopefully I do. It's many little pieces and everything else, I think I can make it work. Because I got one more track that does come across here and goes on to the other piece over there. But then that'll leave me a little bit of room for building here, here. Like none of this track's going to get really glued down either because I may have to make adjustments to it with the buildings, but I just wanted to update that the track plan just had to change a little bit to make things work right. Okay, quick update on it. First, I ended up on this piece right here. I had to shave a little bit off to get it to work right. So basically I can show you. I cut that much right there off of it to make it work right. And then you can see I got all different size pieces of track and everything all over, trying to make it work right. I end up using one of these expandable pieces because that allows me to move it in or out, and I'm able to get exactly where I want it to go. But this, putting that extra piece in, kind of threw it off. That also kind of gives me a re-railer on this track now too to use on it. Once it's all rocked in, you won't see, and I'll probably color this concrete and maybe even build like a little, like it's a little crossing there to get over into here. I'm not sure what I'll do, but that's what I end up having to do to make it all work. And now I can get that lined up exactly where I want it to go on to that next module. So there you go. I'm gonna get back to working on it all. Okay, so this is what I came up with. You're coming off here. We're gonna have two little slight curves coming in. This may get adjusted a little bit, be a little bit shorter, so I can put a block so the cars don't roll off of it. And angled there will be the Central Beverage Distributors building. So I can do whatever kind of beverage or anything. So I can have box cars, tent, whatever. You can kind of see where it's going to set. I can maneuver it around and move, and I got room to make sure it's going to fit in that corner. So that'll be the industry on this side. And then of course the other side I'll have the grain elevator and the rail car restoration. I believe I'm going to tack the truck down here where I have it and call this side good for the track for right now until I start actually putting the buildings and everything on. I think I'm going to get the track laid on the other layout today. So my goal is to get the track laid on it all. So I'll check back with you then. Okay, quick update. The track is tacked and nailed down. No glue on it back through there because I got to make adjustments for the building. Come through here. I do got this one now coming. It's going to be a slight curve here. So I did a curve. It's just going to be a switcher and a couple grain. Coming here, and this track will end here because the grain elevator is going to set here. This new switch I got goes here, goes back in the car repair shop goes there, so I'm gonna get it and try to figure out roughly how that's gonna go. So there'll probably be some changes to that when I get buildings and everything on it all. Anyways, guess I just want to do a quick update and show how they were gonna meet here and cross over. So I'll check back with you later. Okay, quick update. Major changes coming. You see the hole? I removed the switch that was here. It went straight across from like a room. And the new building's gonna come over here, give me more room to mess around with. And the rail car restoration building's going on the other module, so I'm gonna have to mess with that track because the restoration building was way too big for this space. So I'm having to do a change. Of course, grain elevator will be here still. That'll be here. Then you have the rail car on another one for your 3 industries that we'll have here. So I just wanted to update you what was happening. Yeah, this hole had to be filled in. That's where the switch power was. This will stay, be blocked off. I plan on using these. Maybe not here, but like there. I'm gonna take it off so it don't get broke. But I just want to put it on there so I can see for stoppers maybe. Wait and see. Anyways, I'm gonna pull the other module up and start reworking the track on it to work with the restoration building. Okay, back to this one. So what I've done is this straight here will go to the rail car facility. But using this track, I put road bed under it like I did on the last one. It works fine. Then this track comes around and back behind, so you can dump box cars here for the rail box, but it's also gonna make you have to play a game because this track goes to the grain elevator. And if there's 2 grain cars there, you gotta be able to push 2 grain cars and a switcher engine onto this track. So if there's box cars sitting there, you may have to pull the box cars out first so you can get them out. Maybe even place them in. So it's kind of gonna be a little puzzle what you gotta do if you gotta get certain cars out. Just keep it fun. May not be quite realistic. It'll keep us busy and having fun if we're at a slower show. So yes, that's what ended up happening. There's one switch I did not use at all then, which I'll use somewhere else. That's a guarantee. Anyways, next up, I like where everything's going. I'll take this building off because it's got work to do before I put it in. Means I'm gonna start soldering track together for the majority of it, except for a few spots in case there's changes that need to be made. And of course, get the jumpers put on these number 6 switches to them. So that'll be the next thing you'll see. Okay, now that the track work is laid, the next step I'm going to do is solder everything, get some wires soldered between the rails from number 6 switches and weather everything. But this video is going to be pushing between 8 and 9 minutes, which I like to keep my videos shorter if I can. Sometimes they go longer. So I'm going to end it here. The next video will pick up with me starting to weather, solder, and probably doing some wiring work under it all. So as always, if you haven't subscribed, a lot of my viewers aren't subscribed to my channel. 2, crush that like button. It helps get me more viewers. And 3, comment down below. Love to hear what you think, what you guys say, how many times I change the track up to try to make it work with the buildings I'm going to use. And yeah, really, thank you all for watching. I appreciate everybody who does watch. It means a lot to me. And I'll see you next time on Chad's Trains and Things. Bye for now.